Hello everyone and welcome back to another Payday 3 Dev Diary. This time it is episode 6, Skills and Progression. Honestly, out of the list of Dev Diaries, this is the one I wanted to see the most. This is definitely the one I wanted to see the most. So without further ado, let's just get straight into this. No wasting time.
It's something.
Even though not many people actually watch me react to this stuff anymore. I think the last one got like 600 views. I don't care, I'm still doing it. Because there's still some people there.
That is, we're not sure like if I can say, but what we will be introducing for launch is
so with Payday 3,
let's point out as well, this is on 1080p. How the hell? This does not look like 1080p. I'm sorry.
we've decided to look at all the parts.
That looks 1080p for the close-up shots, but the wide.
So Payday 2 and Payday the Heist and see what we felt worked and what didn't work. So with skills, we kind of wanted to start with a blank slate. So what we have is we don't have perk decks or skill trees anymore. We've changed that to skill lines. Basically how they work is you have a base node, you have upgrade nodes, and you have a mastery node. And the upgrade nodes go from 3 to 5 upgrade nodes depending on the skill. And then we have mastery nodes.
This is one thing that was a little confusing when I first played the game. When was this? Back in like April, I think. I don't know when it was, but yeah, that's when I played it. The confusing part was the skills, and then I played a bit of the beta that came out recently, like last month I meant. And now I actually understand it a bit more, and I guess watching this, then I'll actually understand it completely.
Which are weaker, but they don't require you to equip any upgrades.
What I thought it was is that you get a base skill, and then you get skills that are somewhat similar to this, and then this is like your perk deck. That's what I thought.
Or base.
It was.
You do not have to pick all the nodes in the skill line. So how they are laid out is you have the base node, and then it has upgrade lines, and you do not have to pick the upgrades in sequence.
I mean, I was kind of right, but yeah, you can have the base and then get this one, get the base and get this one, get the base and then this one. Like, yeah, that's actually really cool.
You just have to have the base skill equipped.
That's really cool.
in general how the in-game economy will function.
Also, you have 21 skill points. In the beta, we had 7. I honestly cannot wait to mess around with this. There's going to be so many builds for this.
Is that chiefly you'll be stealing cash, which is the main currency. The thing is, the cash will inflate. You'll have a lot of cash. We want to maintain that. And how you're going to spend the
like inflation in Payday 3.
cash will be on different items. My name's Charlie Tchaikovsky, and I'm the senior game economy designer here at Starbreeze.
Nice to meet you.
We have a second.
Imagine having like a few $1 million one day, and then you come back the next with like 500k because of inflation.
Secondary currency, which is C-stacks, which you're using to spend on other specific items, and these two things are functioning together, and you're converting your cash into the C-stacks.
It's more or less Continental coins.
What are C-stacks? What does it stand for?
It comes from CrimeNet stacks. It's this slightly obscure crypto-like currency that's associated with CrimeNet. What you can do is you can buy specific items that we decide on. So that'll be some high-end.
Oh, hello. Oh my god. Why is this thing 20 million? Some of these are like 500 as well. 500 C-stacks. Jesus, look at that. Let me go back a bit. So right here, you have an AK. Oh, this double barrel shotgun. That looks good. MP5 or MP7, I meant. Like you got a SCAR, I have a sniper rifle there, that's good.
That'll be some high-end.
And then these are the preset weapons. These are basically your exclusive kits for weapons. Also, can I just point out, I like it how they tried to blur this, but they didn't really blur it enough. So you can see you can see that it says sight and then box ADS or something. I don't know. Or the box ADS, which is the sight.
Equipment, like weapons and cosmetics.
Right here. All the cosmetics, look at that. These are all the gloves. They're mainly cost C stacks. So I guess C stacks are just cosmetic stuff, and then some of the other things. Exclusive kits, more or less. Trying to go back. Look at how this is all blurred. Some of these are called Thick Boys. Wow. Thick Boys 3, Thick Boys 4.
And also the...
Oh, there they are. These things are blurred, okay.
Of weapons.
What we're trying to do with the cash to C-stack trading is you have a vendor in the game that lets you trade cash for C-stacks. And the more cash you trade...
The one thing I don't like about this is you have a limit to C-stacks you can buy. I don't know what the limit is. I know it's over 100 quite easily because you get 10 right here. Like 110 right here, and then you get 5 here. But yeah, it refreshes every week, basically. So you can only get like 150 probably C-stacks a week.
The more expensive each subsequent trade gets, and then every week that resets and you can trade again at the most favorable rate.
We'll look to
be fair, you get a lot of money in this game, so
use those C stacks going forward into post-launch contents.
And also just to make sure there's no confusion, C stacks are not a premium currency. The only way to earn them in game is from cash.
Oh, thank God. I was actually thinking, don't tell me, because you have a limit to how many C-stacks you can get a week, you have to buy some more if you need them.
By playing, there's no
thank God.
Real money connection to them. The 3 core buffs are Edge, Grit, and Rush. Edge is a damage buff, Grit is a defense buff, and Rush is a speed buff. And how the game works is you can get one of each buff, so you can't get multiples of the same type, and you get them through skills. What we want players to do is we want them to kind of look at how they get these buffs from their build and play around that. So for example, the aim down sight skill that says you get an edge after aiming down sight, that's from a skill line that's focused on sniping, but that same edge buff can be used for skills that are also using that buff but aren't related to sniper rifles or long distance combat. So you're basically mix and matching.
So there's no like limitations or whatever.
How do I get this buff? From where, and then which skills benefit from me having that buff active, and then you can build however you want.
Skill points, they are earned through the main progression system, which is called the infamy system. I assign at different levels when a skill point unlocks. So as the player progresses, they're going to build up their skill points, and then they...
What is the infamy system anyway? Is that because in Payday 2 it's basically a prestige. But I guess in Payday 3, it could be like an overall level now, and not, yeah.
They've got essentially more points, but you can think of them as a resource. They've got more of these points to use and apply and equip skills with. So as they're progressing, they're getting more variety.
He's very sweaty.
in what skills they can use.
Skill points aren't permanently spent, so this is more like the capacity of skill points you have. We're keeping the part of Payday 2 where you can equip and unequip skills freely and experiment with different builds as you want. Right now,
yeah, just unlike old Payday 2 where you have to pay for it, you had to pay for skills.
The last skill point is unlocked on Infamy level 100, and it's 21 skill points total.
So, okay, so is the max level 100, or... And also this Infamy level 100, I'm assuming what I said was correct. Your Infamy level is your actual, just overall level, and not something separate. So it's not like you're now Infamy 100, and then level 100. It's just Infamy level, and that's it.
As you complete challenges in the game, you get infamy points, and that increases.
Oh yeah, the challenges,
in the game.
When I played the game first, or for the first time, there was challenges, but in the beta, there's no challenges, which kind of sucked. But well, there was challenges, but you couldn't see them.
And there's 150 levels on launch. On level.
Oh, there you go, 150 levels. So max is 150. I'm assuming they're going to change that eventually to actually add back in like the infamy cards stuff.
100 is when we unlock the last gameplay thing, which is the final skill point. At that point, you have all the base weapons unlocked, all the gameplay features, all the skill points. After that, it's only cosmetic rewards. So from 100 to 150, it's basically bragging rights. But as we
basically just flexing.
add more challenges to the game post-launch, there will be easier methods to get.
You hear the challenges. There's a lot of them. There is heaps. You can go back here. 638 challenges to heists. The career one, there's almost 90, and combat there's above 400. So yeah.
But as we add more challenges to the game post-launch, there will be easier methods to get to level 100. So we're gonna add extra skill points.
Oh, you can get C stacks right here by reaching certain levels. Reaching level 102 or 123, level 130, 138, 146. You get all 50 C stacks. Okay, that's good. At least that's another way to get it.
Points. And now the new soft cap is, for example, 110, and the new hard cap is 160, for example.
What? Wait, I thought max was 150 though. But you said 160. Wait, what?
And now the new soft cap. After that, it's only cosmetic rewards. So from 100 to 150, it's basically bragging rights. But as we add more challenges to the game post-launch, there will be easier methods to get to level 100. So we're gonna add extra skill points. And now the new soft cap is, for example, 110, and the new hard cap is 160, for example.
Oh, I see. I get it. Okay, I get it. So there might be more skill points post-launch, and the cap of getting all the weapons is 110, and then cosmetic stuff is 160. Okay, I get that now. So they might change it, because I noticed that you get a lot of these challenges done very quickly. So you get a lot of XP very quickly. So
we expect all players to be able, if they play enough, to get to level 100. Like, that should be within reach of everybody. But if you want to get to level 150, then that's the hardcore dedication part.
Experience points are like a resource you get from playing the heist. Are distributed evenly into the different weapons and skills that you have.
Well, that's really good too. And I thought it would be like you get a certain amount of XP per heist, and then that splits between everything. It's actually, that number goes to every single one. Okay, that's actually really good too.
But the infamy points are like the overall control of our progression. If you play a heist and you generate 500 experience points for the heist, then the weapon that you have equipped will get 500 experience points, and the skill line that you have equipped will get 500 experience points.
That's actually really good. I wonder if you could actually farm stealth, because for some reason, I said this before in my video, but for some reason you can complete the bank heist, No Rest for the Wicked, without even putting a mask on. Like, if you know the code, you just walk right in and there you go, done. It honestly really annoys me. But if that stays in the game, then you can just go on overkill difficulty and just farm stuff. I'm hoping they add something to have like less XP, for example, like on Payday 2, or the map gets harder. I'm hoping to add something like that, or just remove the fact that you can pick up bags in casing mode.
We have a
it's honestly annoying
challenge book, which you can go through. It's broken up into a few categories, and you can filter based on challenges in progress, completed, or locked. And we plan, to improve the flow and the feedback and information that players feel is missing.
The idea we're trying to create.
I just realized, I'm guessing for each level, you have 5 C stacks. Or you get 5.
Is that we're not restricting the players into doing
and then once
challenges.
You get above level 100, it's 50. That's pretty good, actually.
And they have to focus on one thing. Generally want to say, go play the game. Just go and enjoy it, and you will experience progression. You'll always be doing something, and you'll always be progressing something towards something. And then
that's really good.
Later on, you need to focus on some specific things, and there's things that will test the skill level. Unlocking new weapons, this comes down to the progression system, which is based on challenges. Those challenges reward infamy points, and the infamy points contribute to you leveling up your infamy level, and at new different account levels as you're progressing, you unlock new weapons. But when you're playing with a weapon as well...
Well, there's that, I think that's 20 million right there. It's $20 million right there.
You are dumping experience points into it, and that unlocks new modifications that you can have for that weapon.
If you level up the car 4, every car 4 you buy is going to be the same level. It's not that particular car 4. The only thing that's particular to the weapon is which mods you pay to unlock on that version.
That's pretty good.
That's the
is that a DMR?
Question of,
or is he just burst firing? Oh, he's just burst firing, okay. Honestly, it looked like he was just shooting one bullet at a time. But he was just burst firing, okay. I thought it'd be like a DMR.
That's always the difficult question of how do I have a stealth build and a loud build at the same time. We have tried our best to make skills be useful in both stealth and loud, but we hope that the amount of skill points we give you is enough for you to have a loadout where you attempt stealth but are still capable in loud.
Yeah. I cannot wait for the... there's going to be one side of the community that's going to be focusing on builds, and then the other side would be speed runs. Another side would be probably modding, if that's a thing. I don't know if Payday 3 has modding, I'll be honest. And another side, it would be like gameplay.
So something we tried to make sure when we were designing Payday 3 is that without any skills, without any mods, just getting a weapon and going in, that the game feels good. Essentially, as long as you have the gear unlocked, you should be fine. What skills are there to do is to emphasize a playstyle and to make things easier for you.
When I've played the game, I've seen it get more fun, and I really like the sort of high octane action and everything that happens in the chaos when you're playing the heists. And like, as a designer, we're always playing as well.
It's actually amazing that some people played this game for like 20 plus hours, me, on one map, which is Rest for the Wicked. And honestly, I didn't get tired of it. Even though I played it for 20 hours, I didn't get tired of it at all. I didn't even get tired of the music as well. The music is so good.
And when you're working on these progression systems, so like this is really nice.
The most...
Yeah, you just wasted ammo right there. I'm pretty sure the bulldozer has some sort of resistance to explosives, because I once unloaded the entire thing on a single bulldozer and it's still alive. So, meanwhile, I'm dead in like 2 hits from like 20 meters back.
Complicated thing to implement is the thing we are not actually launching with, and I will not commit to what it is.
We're not going to have anybody swinging in through the windows. No. Yet.
No. It's actually a much more boring story. Was that another 40 minutes of raw footage for you?
Alright, I cannot wait for this game, honestly. Honestly, it's so good to see the skills.
So what we have
in this game. I wonder how many skills in total there's going to be. Because it went down pretty far, honestly. There was a lot. I also can't wait for the thing I was told ages ago, that apparently you can make a build that can like 3-4 shot a bulldozer, but you have no HP whatsoever. That sounds fun, honestly. Oh, I cannot wait for this. I literally cannot wait. This is gonna be so good. I got a feeling as well, I'm gonna be like, it's either gonna be a stream I'll be playing this on, or I'll be just AFK from YouTube for like 2 months because I'll be just playing this game. I might just stream it, honestly, because I did a stream yesterday, so I haven't streamed for like 9 months, and that stream went pretty well, besides the hour of pain of trying to get into a lobby. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.